Good afternoon, everybody. It's a beautiful day in Texas, but it's too hot for me. Y'all know I don't like that hot summertime. Y'all know I always want to go somewhere and live when it's hot weather. I'm ready to leave Texas. I like it here through the winter because I don't want all that cold and stuff. I want just right. Ain't nothing wrong with that, is it? Wanting just right. We're downtown Nacogdoches, the oldest town in Texas, and some people will tell you it's not, so y'all do your own research. We were taught in school it was the oldest town in Texas, and I have studied the other that says it's not the oldest town in Texas. So y'all do your research and y'all make up your own mind. As Rusty 7809 says, you do you and I'll do me. Don't that sound good? There's Billy's motorcycle, y'all. He's moving in down by me. This is where he lives, right here on the right. But he's been staying. Y'all, this car stopped because there's people jaywalking. Y'all know I just told y'all about how we ain't supposed to be jaywalking around here. And they do it anyway. And if they get hit, they'd be hollering lawsuit and they'd be in the wrong. Anyway, Billy is going to be fully moved in on Saturday. And he said he's going fishing on Sunday. So, with that said, the nice thing is he's got a boat and he's next door, and now I got somebody to take me fishing. I got to run in here a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back and off on adventures. Y'all, since I had that cough, I don't know if I pulled my neck coughing so hard or what's going on. I'm gonna give it a little while to get better, but I'm wondering if I pulled the muscles because it has been hurting. Ooh, I couldn't see around the hedge bushes. They need to trim these little hedge bushes here to the left. All right, let's see if we can make it this time. We're gonna go by my old high school. Buses are out. I forgot it's that time of day. But I ain't holding my phone. So, but that's it right there, y'all. That's where I learned to be so smart. Oh gosh, the 70s, y'all, early 70s. I've been watching some old movies from the 70s and looking at the clothes and, you know, such, and I just get tickled. My son was born in 78. And I watched a movie the other day from 79, and I was just getting tickled at the clothes they had on and, you know, what was in style when he was born. She's on her electric bike, y'all. I'm going to get me one. I'm determined to get me one of those bikes. I should have turned up one of those streets back there. Well, here's one of our hospitals. I guess I'll just give y'all the grand tour of the town here. This This building, if you look it up, is Memorial Hospital, and you can look it up what it looked like in the 50s and 60s, and look nothing like this. It had some big old steps, as a lot of the buildings around here did. And I remember as a kid being scared to go up those steps, y'all. My dad was in the hospital one time, and I remember, I don't know who I was with, but I remember going, and I remember being scared to go up those steps and go in that hospital. And those halls seemed wider than this road, and everything back then had those, 12 foot, 20 foot, I don't know. They were tall ceilings, you hear me? Tall. I don't know why they made ceilings so tall in those buildings, but they did. Anyway, my dad was there, and I remember it looking just like something you would see out of an old movie. Just the plain old metal headboard, a frame, and the nurses had on the white, A-frame skirt. It fit tight in the waist and kind of came down out a little bit at the bottom, knee length, with the little white hats. The nurses all wore the little white hats, y'all. I don't know when they quit wearing those hats. I don't know what year. I've thought about it before, but I've never really tried to look it up or even ask anybody. I know a lot of people probably in their 80s that were nurses back then. I bet they could tell me. But it's just a different time. I mean, just so different. I was in that hospital, me and my brother at the same time. I was probably, y'all, I'm gonna guess 5 years old. I remember it. Mama got me two little pajama sets. They had the little ruffle bottoms. Some of you ladies, y'all let me know what I'm talking about. Had the little ruffle bottoms that you put on kind of ruffly around the leg. Not like across the butt like a baby, not like an infant. But it was kind of big and loose and had a little ruffle around the leg with a little short top. One was pink and one was yellow. Y'all, I can see that in my mind as if I had those pajamas yesterday. But at home, we didn't, I don't think we slept in pajamas. I think we slept in my brother's t-shirts. I don't remember having pajamas till I got older. I mean, maybe we did and I just don't remember, but she bought 2 sets. I remember that, and that's what I wore. And Stripling's pharmacy was across the street, and it still is. It's still there. And she would leave me in the room, and the nurses would watch me. I remember her telling me to be good. She'd be right back. And she'd go across the street to Stripling's and buy coloring books and snacks and stuff and come back over to the room. And I'd just sit there on the bed and wait for her. Now, who would do that with a 5-year-old nowadays? I know I might not even been 5. But my brother was in the hospital before me a few days. And then after I went in the hospital, Mama was there with him. And then he went home with Daddy, and then Mama stayed with me at the hospital. And y'all, I don't remember. Now see, my sister, I don't remember my sister being around then. She might have been. But there's 5 years between me and my sister, and I remember her being born. So that's why I'm saying I might have been younger than 5. I might have been like 4, but I remember it. I remember them coming in there with shots and medicine, and I didn't want to take that medicine, and they would crush it up, and ugh, it was terrible. That's the first time that I remember being sick as a child. Now, they told me I was before then. Apparently, I was a very sickly child. And I don't know why, but like my doctor told me when I got older, he thinks it was asthma, and I never got diagnosed with having asthma, and it was never treated till I was old enough to go to the doctor by myself, you know, and pay for my own visits and such. And then that's when I get diagnosed. And then, of course, I went into doing hair, and then that wasn't good for my breathing. But I hung in there 32 years. I'm trying to get up to my insurance lady. Y'all, I got new insurance in January. I've told y'all this. United Healthcare. And my dentist don't take this insurance. And I had an appointment coming up in March for cleaning my teeth. And so I've been going by all my doctors and taking the card to make sure they take this insurance. And I went by my dentist last week when I was out doing an errand. I went somewhere else too. Went by the dermatologist because I have a dermatologist appointment coming up. And I just wanted to make sure, you know, everything was good before I got there. And then I couldn't, you know, they didn't take it. And I'm glad I did, because I would have went for that dentist appointment, and my insurance wouldn't have been good. Of course, when I didn't have insurance, I always paid for my cleanings out of pocket. I did that twice a year, and I don't regret doing it, because for many of those years that I worked doing hair, I did not have any kind of insurance. I couldn't afford it. And a few times here and there I would have insurance, and then I would get sick and they would have to pay a hospital bill or something, and then they'd drop me. That actually happened 2 times. They wouldn't give me insurance after I had to use it. Ain't that something? Anyway, y'all be blessed. Know you're loved. Jesus loves you more. Thanks for riding along with me and listening to my nonsense. Don't forget to say your prayers, and we'll see y'all on the next adventure.